Does your dog suffer from itching, hair loss, or redness on the skin? Find out in this video how to prepare safe BARF recipes for dogs with food allergies. No chicken, no eggs, no gluten, and no suffering. Learn which foods to avoid, how to replace them with healthy options, and see 3 complete and balanced recipes to offer your best friend. This complete guide was created to help owners who have tried everything and are now looking for a real, natural, and effective solution. Watch to the end to understand how to identify allergens, how to supplement correctly, and how to adapt the BARF diet in a safe and practical way. Because a dog with allergies doesn't have to live with discomfort. Subscribe to the channel for more educational videos on dog health, natural food, and longevity tips for pets. While thousands of pet owners still wonder why their dogs scratch so much, lick their paws until they bleed, or live with recurring ear inflammation, the answer may be right in front of them, in kibble. The problem is that, even among premium foods, there is a silent list of villains, highly allergenic ingredients that, when consumed by sensitive dogs, trigger reactions invisible to the eye, but devastating to the animal's well-being. This is where the BARF diet, biologically appropriate raw food, emerges not only as a trend, but as a silent revolution that has been transforming the lives of dogs with a history of allergies. Before talking about the ideal recipes for allergic dogs, it is necessary to understand that food allergies in dogs are not rare. Studies show that between 25% to 30% of dogs with dermatological or gastrointestinal problems have some level of food intolerance. The main culprits? Industrial chicken, low-quality beef, wheat, corn, and soy derivatives, ingredients often used in feed because they are cheap and easy to handle. However, what is easy for the industry can be a nightmare for your dog's body. An allergic dog's immune system overreacts to certain proteins or additives, treating them as enemies. The result is an inflammatory cascade that affects the skin, intestine, ears, eyes, and, in some cases, even behavior. Some dogs become anxious, irritable, or overly lethargic, and many owners don't even realize that the problem is feeding. The BARF diet, on the other hand, allows you to completely eliminate these allergens by adopting fresh, unprocessed ingredients and adaptable to the animal's health history. But make no mistake, BARF is not simply giving raw meat to the dog. The diet must be balanced, safe, and adjusted to the individual needs of the pet. And when the goal is to avoid allergies, this becomes even more judicious. The foundation of a safe BARF diet for allergic dogs starts with a judicious exclusion of key triggers. This includes eliminating any source of chicken, common beef, cereals such as corn and wheat, and synthetic additives such as dyes, preservatives, and palatants. Instead, alternative proteins such as rabbit, lamb, or whitefish meat come in, as well as vegetables with low allergenic potential such as zucchini, cucumber, and boiled sweet potatoes. Another fundamental pillar is the exams. Many owners skip this step, but it can save them months of suffering. Food intolerance tests, both contact and blood, help identify which foods to avoid, even among natural ingredients. In some cases, even proteins considered safe can trigger reactions, such as salmon or duck meat. Therefore, setting up the diet based on data is always the best way. The transition also requires care. A dog that has spent years consuming kibble may exhibit digestive resistance to the new raw feed. Therefore, the introduction should be done gradually, with veterinary supervision or a specialized pet nutritionist. You start with small portions of a single hypoallergenic protein and a cooked vegetable, observing the reaction for a few days. If all goes well, other ingredients are slowly added. This process can last anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the dog's history of sensitivity. The benefits reported by owners who have opted for hypoallergenic BARF are impressive. Many dogs stop scratching within a few days. The wounds heal, the fur shines again, breath improves, and so did behavior. A dog that was previously agitated, restless, or depressed now has a more balanced energy. And this happens not because of miracles, but because the body finally stops fighting its own food. Now that you understand the basics of BARF food for allergic dogs, let's get straight to what really matters for those who want to start today. Complete, balanced, and safe recipes, formulated especially for dogs with a history of food hypersensitivity. The combinations below are designed with ingredients with a low allergic response, easy to find, and with a fine-tuned nutritional profile. No grains, no chicken, no regular beef, and with safe sources of protein and fiber. Recipe 1. Hypoallergenic meal with rabbit meat and sweet potatoes. Makings: raw lean rabbit meat, 250 grams, boiled and mashed sweet potato, 100 grams, grated raw zucchini, 50 grams, cold-pressed flaxseed oil, 1 teaspoon, ground eggshell, source of calcium, 1 teaspoon, natural probiotic, lactose-free yogurt or unsweetened kefir, 1 tablespoon. Why does this combination work? Rabbit is a highly digestible protein with a low risk of reaction. Sweet potatoes are a source of energy with a low glycemic index and help in the recovery of the intestinal mucosa. Zucchini brings fiber without causing excessive fermentation. Flaxseed oil provides omega-3, which has anti-inflammatory action. And the calcium in eggshells makes up for the absence of raw bones. Recipe 2. Light meal with whitefish and cucumber makings. Raw white hake fillet, 200 grams. Grated cucumber with peel, 50 grams. Boiled kabocha squash, 50 grams. Grated fresh ginger, a pinch. Extra virgin coconut oil, half a teaspoon. Spirulina powder, 1 teaspoon. Ground eggshell, 1 teaspoon. This combination is perfect for dogs that are in crisis or experiencing acute symptoms. Whitefish has mild protein and little allergenic. Cucumber is moisturizing and gentle on the stomach, and pumpkin helps regulate intestinal transit. Spirulina strengthens the immune system, and coconut oil has a natural antifungal effect. Recipe 3. Lamb with soothing vegetables. Makings: raw lean lamb meat, 250 grams. Cooked chayote, 50 grams. Peeled and seedless apple, 40 grams. Pumpkin seed oil, 1 teaspoon. Hydrated chia seeds, a dessert spoon. Chamomile powder, veterinary use, a pinch. Ground eggshell, 1 teaspoon. Ideal for dogs that, in addition to allergy, have anxiety, irritability, or associated stress. Lamb is an excellent source of iron and clean protein. Chayote is mild and hydrating, and apple provides soluble fiber that soothes the gut. Chamomile has a light and safe action, helping to control stress without interfering with digestion. All these recipes should be served fresh, with ingredients of safe origin. The ideal amount varies according to the dog's weight and activity level. The overall average for healthy adult dogs is around 2 to 3% of body weight per day, divided into 2 meals. A 10-kilogram dog, for example, would consume between 2 and 300 grams of food per day. However, in the case of allergic dogs, the recommendation is to adjust the amounts based on the individual response and always with the monitoring of a professional. Another essential point is freezing. All ingredients of animal origin must be frozen beforehand for at least 7 days before being used raw to eliminate possible parasites. And the ideal is to prepare daily portions or a maximum of 2 days, ensuring freshness and preservation of nutrients. The use of glass jars or BPA-free is always preferable for storing portions. When it comes to dogs with food allergies, food is only one of the pillars of care, but it is the one that transforms the most. And for this transformation to be complete, it is essential to understand how to supplement correctly, how to adjust the routine, and above all, how to interpret the signals that your dog's body will emit. Essential supplementation in BARF diets for allergic dogs. Even with balanced recipes, some vitamins and minerals need to be supplemented, especially when we are avoiding common sources such as chicken, eggs, or beef. The main recommended supplements are omega-3 from wild fish, EPA and DHA, reduces inflammation and improves skin health. Natural vitamin E, D-alpha tocopherol, essential for the immune system. Chelated zinc, helps in skin regeneration and maintenance of the immune system. Vitamin D3, in microdoses prescribed. Important for bone and immune health. Probiotics and prebiotics. Strengthen the gut microbiota, which is essential for the immune response. Turmeric, powder combined with oil. Potent natural anti-inflammatory with controlled use. Routine and environment, allies in the control of allergies. In addition to food, the environment in which the dog lives directly interferes with its allergic crises. Dust mites, fragranced cleaners, synthetic fabrics, And even the type of water bowl and feed can be triggers. Replace plastics with stainless steel or glass. Avoid fabric softeners, and always keep the dog's bed clean and in the sun. Baths should be done with neutral, fragrance-free shampoos with a soothing action, such as colloidal oatmeal or calendula. Excessive bathing can further aggravate dryness and itching. On average, a bath every 20 or 25 days is sufficient, unless recommended by the veterinarian. How do you know if it is working? Signs of improvement usually appear between 2 and 4 weeks after starting the diet. The most common are decreased itching, less reddened skin, reduction in hair loss, firmer stools, increased disposition. If, after this period, the symptoms persist or worsen, it is a sign that an allergen is still present, either in the diet or in the environment. It's important to keep a food and behavioral diary, noting any different reactions. How to involve the whole family in the new diet. One of the main difficulties when adopting the BARF diet for allergic dogs is maintaining consistency. Someone in the house may want to give a treat without knowing that they are causing a reaction. Therefore, everyone must be informed and committed to the plan. Write down what can and cannot be offered. Create a clear schedule routine and label frozen portions with name and date. For outings, bring safe, ready-made snacks, such as dehydrated strips of fish or freeze-dried unsweetened apples. Final conclusion: what you need to remember. Natural hypoallergenic dog food is more than a fad. It's a real need for many pet owners who have tried everything and continue to see their dogs suffer. The transition requires patience, planning, and knowledge, but the results are evident. Less itching, more vitality, beautiful coat, healthy stools, and a calmer behavior. And above all, an even stronger bond with your dog. Because when you choose what he eats, you're saying, "I've got you covered," every day, in every bite. If this content helped you, subscribe to the channel, share it with other tutors, and leave your comment telling your experience. We read everything. And don't forget, what you put in the jar can change your best friend's life. Subscribe to the channel for more educational videos on dog health, natural food, and longevity tips for pets. Share this content with other tutors who need this help. Leave your comment telling us about your experience with allergies in dogs. We read everything.